back or get yourself nice and settled. Today's flow, gratitude flow, when I was planning it, it reminded me of when I feel like there's a shift. I usually notice like, oh, I haven't done my gratitude journal in a while. Like I notice that I haven't focused on finding gratitude. And anytime you step away from finding that gratitude and you get so busy with life, there usually is like a negative shift. So when I'm speaking to my own spiritual advisors, the one thing they always say is, are you taking care of yourself? What are you doing for self-care? And have you written in your gratitude journal? And usually the answer is no. And so I started to piece that together. I said, okay, when I forget or I go more than like a week without stopping and writing in my gratitude journal, I've noticed that shift. But it's really stepping away from self-love. Because to be able to find gratitude is a part of self-love. So I want you to kind of go there in that space. Whatever comes up for you today, let it be, acknowledge it, but keep in the back of your mind that through this gratitude comes the self-love. They're so connected. And all that is centered around your heart space, the center of your chest. So begin to let yourself be heavy. On your backs, you can also go into the soles of the feet touching, drawing those heels up, knees wide, and allowing yourself to be in that relaxed Baddha Konasana, which is also going to open the hips a little bit. Place a hand on your heart, usually the left hand. You can place both hands at your heart. You can just place one hand at your heart, but place one hand at least at your heart and begin to find the softness there in that space. Deepening the breath, arriving to your mat in your practice, mentally and physically. Take a mental note of how you're feeling today. So that means just acknowledging the emotion. And there's nothing wrong. So if today's feeling is I feel awesome, great. If you have a feeling that you're like, I don't know, for some reason I'm just like not feeling confident today, let that be. So much of our self-love is being honest with ourselves and loving ourselves through all those ups and downs. Sometimes it can be challenging, but do your best not to judge yourself. And gratitude is one of the easiest practices we can do to shift our energy, coming out of a negative space and focusing on positive. It creates a new mindset. A study found that if every single day you woke up and you wrote down things you were grateful for, after 3 weeks, it would completely change your outlook on your current life and that ahead of you. Not only does finding gratitude shift your energy, but it's actually healthy for you. It's good for your cholesterol levels. It helps you spend more time taking care of yourself. It helps you sleep better. It allows you to be more focused within your day. And most of these benefits come from the fact that there's less stress when you're not focusing on the negative, but you're shifting yourself to the positive. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let it go. The more we practice gratitude, the easier it becomes to be energetically balanced. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter the words, but to live by them. And that's what happens when we focus on gratitude, when we change our mindset, when we start living in a space of gratitude. We elevate higher. We attract more of the positive things that we want in our life. Throughout today's practice, You're going to be asked to find gratitude at different moments in many different ways that you may have not thought of. So I want you to be open in your practice today. I want you to be compassionate towards yourself and others. And I want you to allow yourself to be vulnerable to find that space. Begin this gratitude practice today by finding 5 things that you are grateful for today. And I don't want you to just list them, but I want you to feel them to the point that maybe it makes you smile, or you feel that sensation of that shift in your heart, like that warmth of like, man, yeah, I am so lucky to have that. So allow yourself this space to find those 5 things. What are you grateful for? Take a deep breath in through your nose, letting it go. Now take a moment and think about something that you can do to show your gratitude today for something on your list. What can you do to share that gratitude today? Deep breath in, letting it go. And for the next few moments, I want you to focus on the rise and fall of the belly to slow the breathing down. Maybe feel the warmth underneath the palm of your hand with that hand at your heart. The longer you leave your hand at your heart, the more it feels like someone else is giving you the hug. It's a sign of self-love. It creates that same feeling in your body, so leave that hand there as you listen to these words. Dare to be brave. When a new day begins, dare to smile gratefully. When there is darkness, dare to be the first to shine a light. When there is injustice, dare to be the first to condemn it. When something seems difficult, dare to do it anyways. When life seems to beat you down, dare to fight back. When there seems to be no hope, dare to find some. When you're feeling tired, dare to keep going. When things are tough, dare to be tougher. When love hurts you, dare to love again. When someone is hurting, dare to help them heal. When another is lost, dare to help them find the way. When a friend falls, dare to be the first to extend your hand. When you cross paths with another, dare to make them smile. When you feel great, dare to help someone else feel great. When the day has ended, dare to feel as if you have done your best. Dare to be the best you that you can be. And at all times, dare to be grateful. Set your intention for practice today. Let's seal that in with 2 cleansing breaths. So inhale through your nose, opening the mouth, exhale. Another deep breath in, opening the mouth, let it go. When you're ready, just gently begin to roll to that right hand side and find your fetal position. Give yourself a moment to pause there. Know that coming to your mat is not just a physical practice, but it's also a practice into our soul. into healing. So give yourself those moments with the eyes closed throughout your practice the best you can to tap into that and go there. When you're ready, you're going to gently rise all the way up to seated, and then eventually find your way to your tabletop. We will start in our cat-cows today. So placing your wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. You're inhaling, crown of head to ceiling, and tucking navel to spine. So nice and slowly exaggerating the movements. If you can keep those eyes closed, do so. You want to find that stretch in your belly. So exaggerate that. Pause a little longer if you need. You want to find that rounding out of the spine. So pulling that belly button up towards the ceiling. And then feel free to find some additional movement. So if it feels right, you can transfer some weight into the hips. You can take those figure eights. You can just shake the head, yes, no. So no wrong way to move. Just loosen up the spine. Do what feels right. Last few breaths. Take any additional movements you need. Let your movements be as fluid as they can be. If there were no barriers, how could you move? So envision it. You're moving like water, just flowing. Good. From here, we're going to thread the needle. So just raise that right arm into the air and actively rotate your chest up towards the ceiling the best you can, even squeezing the shoulder blades, drop them down your back. And then go ahead and bring that right arm underneath your left, right shoulder all the way down, hips over the knees. Reach that left arm into the air. Peel back that left shoulder. Turn your chest up towards the ceiling. Feel free to take that bind if you want, peeling back the left shoulder. Or you could just leave the arm into the air and bring that left arm behind you. So both work well. You're just trying to find that twist and rotate the trunk. Good. Release back to center. Give yourself a nice cat-cow to reset that, round it out. Let's switch. Other side. Left arm into the air. Same thing. Peel it open, rotate, squeeze those shoulder blades. Find the space first, and then go ahead and thread it down. So hips over the knees, left shoulder down, right arm goes into the air. So do the same thing you did other side. If you took that bind, take your bind, grabbing the inside of the left thigh. If not, leave the arm in the air, but work on peeling back that right shoulder, opening up the heart space. Good. Release right back to your cat-cows. So inhaling, crown of head to ceiling, stretch in the throat, in the belly, and then rounding it out, dropping the head. We're going to lower right into our puppy pose, so hips stay directly over the knees. The only thing that changes is extending the arms out in front of you, dropping the chest and the chin. Gently sit it back towards your child's pose, knees wide, big toes to touch. Drop that forehead, rock your hips, rock your forehead from side to side. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Then nice and low, roll yourself all the way onto your belly. Going back to a Sphinx pose. So we've been doing this lately in class if you've been practicing here. But elbows right underneath the shoulders, palms are flat down. I want you to focus on peeling your chest through your arms. Drop the shoulders down the back, squeeze your bum. The tops of your feet are planted down to the mat. Gently look over that left shoulder as far as you can. Coming back to center nice and high, pull it up. Look over the right shoulder as far as you can. One more to the center as high as you can. Release, bring your fingertips out to the mat beside you. Elbows are nice and high. Squeeze your butt. Plant the top of your feet down and lift your chest as high as you can. Roll the shoulders down the back. Drop just that left elbow stays high. And then all the way back up to center. Same thing, other side. Drop that left shoulder down, right elbow stays high. And back to center as high as you can. Hold. And release that belly down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to lift our chest as high as we can. Press the palms in. Roll the shoulders down the back. Elbows slightly bent beside you. Lift, squeeze the bum. And lower. Press yourself back to your child's pose. Knees nice and wide, big toes to touch. Rock those hips, rock your forehead. Deep breath in. Let it go. Press it back, take your down dog. In your down dog, give yourself a moment to rock from side to side, bend those knees, and warm up that backside body. So just kind of observing what's going on in the hamstrings, the calves. Sometimes I like to put all my body weight into my heels and lift my toes, and at the same time bring my chest through my arms just a little bit more, lengthening my hamstrings. So you could try that if you like. If not, just bend the knees and rock. Maybe shake the head out. Maybe you notice the neck is tight. Just finding a little bit of movement here. And then walk your feet and your hands to meet. Take your forward fold, so knees bent. To begin with, let's grab opposite elbows, tuck your chin in, shake your head a little bit, yes, no. Rock the body, so loosening it up. In your forward fold, you want to observe what's going on in the hamstrings, in the back of the knees, also the low back. So draw your awareness there with the eyes closed. Just take a mental note. Always working on bringing your forehead through your legs. Then let's clasp our hands behind our back. Take our shoulder opener. So you want to squeeze those shoulders together. Pull those arms away. And you want to bring the forehead through the legs again. Keep rocking or shaking the head if it feels right. Just opening up that heart space, those tight shoulders, inviting in more compassion, more love, more self-love. Letting go of any negative energy in that heart space that prevents you from finding that gratitude. Good, release those hands down. You're going to gently roll all the way up to standing nice and slowly. Rolling the shoulders down the back, tuck that tailbone under. Then you're going to reach those arms overhead. Clasp your hands. We're going to take a nice side stretch. So you're going to reach up as high as you can. Tuck your tailbone under. You're going to clasp your fingers. Maybe have one finger's pointing out, your choice. You don't have to. You can also reach and not clasp if it's too much. But you're going to reach up as high as you can and then drop all that body weight into that right hip as you lean over to the left. Find that stretch in that right side body. And then all the way back up to center. And drop it all the way over to the other side, lengthening that left side body, finding space. Right back to center. Good, release those hands. If you're not at the top of your mat, move to the top of your mat. Roll the shoulders down the back, tuck that tailbone under. Feel nice and rooted. Take a moment to come back to the intention you set for practice. What brought you here today? What spoke to you in your opening meditation? What is it that you need to invite in today? Let's seal that in. Deep breath in. Exhale. Moving through our sun salutations, you're going to reach those arms overhead. So when you reach overhead, you want to engage the core, squeeze the glutes, opening up the heart space. Your exhale is your forward fold, so head is nice and heavy. Your inhale is a flat back. Your exhale lowers you down. You may step or jump back, your choice. Elbows in, nice and tight. When you inhale, take that upward facing dog and pause there. Make sure those thighs are off the mat. Squeeze your glutes, open up the heart space. And then press it back. Take your down dog. Deep breath in and deep breath out. On an inhale, step it forward. You're inhaling halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale brings you all the way back up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Keep going. Inhale, open up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, halfway. Your exhale lowers you down. Step or jump back. Elbows are in, nice and tight. Either way. Upward facing dog. Exhale, take your down dog. Heels down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale takes you forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale brings you up. Exhale, hands at heart center. If you want to challenge yourself, keep the eyes closed. Inhale, open up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, lowers you down. Inhale is your upward facing dog. Exhale is your down dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale takes you forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Keep flowing. If you want to go faster, go for it. Inhale, open up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, lower yourself down with control. Upward facing dog. Squeeze the bum, open the heart. Exhale, press it back. Take your down dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale takes you forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands at heart center. We have one more round. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. From here, pause in your down dog. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Hold it here. Root yourself down. Feel your heart beating. Gently lower to your child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touching. Extend those arms out. Rock your hips, rock your forehead. Deepen the breath. Today, every time we reach our child's pose, we're going to find gratitude in a different way. So at this moment, I want you to think about one person in your life that you are grateful for, and then think about why you are grateful for them. What have they shown you? Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Press it back, take your down dog. Heels down. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Grounding the soles of the feet down. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Raise your left leg into the air. Bend the knee. Peel it open. Kneecap towards the ceiling. Find some knee circles here. So you want to work on opening up your hips. You can go forward or backwards. You just want to feel like your hips are opening. So not just about wiggling the leg, but hips opening. Switching. Other side. Raise that right leg into the air. Find those circles on the right hand side. Opening up your hips. Press into those hands equally to support you. Both feet down. Back over to the left leg into the air. Bend the knee, peel it open. You're going to step it forward right to Kapyasana. So low lunge. Lower the back knee foot all the way down. So you're framing that left foot. We're going to rise up. We're going to find our cactus arms. So rising up, your core is engaged. You push those hips forward as much as you can. Cactus arms. So open up, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Keep the core nice and tight. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Turn your gaze up towards the sky. Clasp the hands behind your back. Open up the heart space just a little bit more. Pull the shoulders away from your ears. And then turn your gaze up. Release your hands. Rock it back to your hamstring stretch. So flexing the left toes towards your face. Dropping your forehead down to your knee. Rolling it forward, taking a lizard pose. So both hands inside that left foot, left toes hang off the mat. Push that right leg behind you. Work on getting nice and low. Use your block if you need. Rock those hips from side to side, just loosening up, observing what's going on that left-hand side of the body. And then coming back up onto the hands, walking it over to your right, taking your wide-legged forward fold, turning those toes in to face you, heels turned out. Give your hands a moment to rest either on the mat, your block or book, and bend those knees and rock around just to loosen up if you feel super tight. And then when you're ready, you're going to clasp the hands behind the back, shoulders away from your ears, drop your head, bring your head through your legs the best you can. Take that heart opener. Gently release those hands down, walk it all the way over to the right. Find your Kapyasana with cactus arms. So give yourself a moment, relax the back knee and foot, frame that right foot, push those hips forward. When you rise up, your core is engaged, you're still pushing forward. Find those cactus arms, roll the shoulders down the back, open the heart space. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Clasp the hands behind your back, shoulders away from the ears, gaze goes up towards the sky. Gently releasing to that hamstring stretch, sitting back towards that left heel, flexing those right toes towards your face, and dropping your forehead towards the right knee. So lengthening the back of that right leg the best you can, getting deep into your hamstrings, possibly behind the knees, the sits bones. And then rocking it forward, taking your lizard pose, other side. So both hands inside that right foot, right toes hang off the mat, lowering down the best you can. Take your time, use your props, rock your hips, soften. Coming up onto those hands, going right back to that wide-legged forward fold, turning those toes in, heels out. Go right back to your heart opener. Squeeze those shoulders, clasp those hands, drop your head, bring your head through your legs just a little bit more. Maybe bend the knees, rock around, and shake the head at the same time. If you need to loosen up a little bit more, if you feel tight. Good, release those hands down. Walk your hands all the way over to that left foot, flowing through your vinyasa. Do it with one leg, so pick up that left leg, kick it back, elbows in, nice and tight. One leg chaturanga, take that nose dive, open up, find that heart opener, squeeze your bum, peel back those shoulders, press it back, take your down dog, heels down. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. One more, deep breath in, deep breath out. Left leg into the air, bend the knee, peel it open. You're going into your high lunge. Step it forward, all toes facing forward, rising up. Reach those arms overhead, roll the shoulders down to back, tuck that tailbone under. Find those cactus arms again, opening up the heart space. And then transition into your warrior two. So turn the back toes. Extend the arms out like airplane wings, sit a little bit lower, Roll those shoulders, shoulders nice and relaxed. Tuck that tailbone under. Reverse that warrior. So raise that left arm into the air. Keep the knee bent. Windmill the hands down. One-legged chaturanga again. Framing that left foot, engage your core. Pick that left leg up behind you. Elbows in. Upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. If you want to skip the one-legged chaturangas, you can always do them regular. You don't have to do it that way. It's just an extra way to add on some work for the core, make it more challenging. So it's totally up to you where you want to go with it. But I wanted to offer it to you guys. Take another deep breath in. Letting it go. Same thing, other side. Right leg into the air, bend the knee, peel it open, step it forward. Take that high lunge. Root yourself down. Raise the arms into the air. Set yourself up. Roll the shoulders down the back. Tuck the tailbone under. Open up with those cactus arms nice and wide. Squeeze. Rotate to your warrior two. Back toes. Now facing the back. Extend those arms out. Practice pushing that right knee out. Opening up the hip a little bit. Reverse that warrior. Windmill it down. One leg chaturanga if you're practicing it. Nose diving, elbows in, up dog, press it back, down dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Child's pose, knees wide, big toes to touch. Extend those arms out, drop your head, rock your hips, rock your forehead. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Finding your moment of gratitude. What is one skill or ability that you have that you are thankful to have? Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Press it back, take your down dog. Send those heels down, root yourself back down. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Lift those sits bones. Find a little bit more space in those hamstrings. Good, left leg goes into the air, bend the knee, peel it open up that hip. Go right back to your high lunge. Step that left foot forward, engage the core, come right back. Take those cactus arms, open up the heart space, squeeze the shoulder blades. Rotate, take that warrior two, stay nice and low. This time you're gonna clasp the hands behind your back, squeeze the shoulder blades, lower down for humble warrior. So you're gonna bring your head near your left ankle, keep it low, raise your arms, turn your nose towards your ankle, 3 breaths, hold it here, press into the soles of your feet. Gently release those hands. Guide yourself into your second lizard pose. Shimmy those left toes out, nice and low. Rock those hips. Loosening up. Coming up onto those hands. Walk it on over to the right. Take that wide-legged forward fold again. Your toes are turned in. Your heels are turned out. Let yourself hang nice and heavy. Try not to hold yourself up. Bend the knees, rock around, shake your head, yes, no. So loosen it up. Don't try to hold the head up at all. Go back to your heart opener. Clasp the hands behind the back, shoulders away from the ears. Each time getting a little deeper, tuck that chin in, go through the legs. Release those hands. We're walking it all the way over to that right foot, rising up. Find that high lunge. Find those cactus arms. Tuck that tailbone under, roll the shoulders down the back. Open it up. Take that warrior two. You're gonna stay low here. Don't lift. Clasp the hands behind your back. squeeze them, then guide yourself down to your humble warrior. Turn your nose towards that right ankle as much as you can. Stay low, don't rise up, engage your core. Press the soles of the feet, raise those arms. Release into your lizard pose. Both hands inside that right foot. Nice and low, settle in. Up onto those hands, wide-legged forward fold, right back to where you were. Each time it gets easier and easier. Toes in, heels out. Drop the head, hang. Take that heart opener. Clasp the hands behind the back. Squeeze. Bring the head through the legs. Releasing the hands down, walking it over to the left. You're going to flow through your vinyasa if you want, maybe with one leg chaturanga, or you could just press back to a down dog, eventually child's pose. Your choice. You pick what you want to do. We'll all meet in a child's pose, however you want to get there. Knees wide, big toes touching. Arms extend, forehead drops. Rocking the hips, rocking the forehead. Your moment of gratitude. What is there about a challenge right now that you can be thankful for? So what is one challenge right now that you are experiencing that you can find something to be grateful for? Find one positive thing. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Gently roll on up. You're going to sit on your heels. Eyes closed, resting your hands at your knees. Roll your shoulders down your back. Just taking a moment here to notice the breath. Noticing the energy of the heart. We're going to do one camel pose from here. Before you do it, you're going to set a reflection intention. So with the eyes closed, let's take a cleansing breath together to arrive in this healing space. So inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. I want you to think back to 1 year ago today. Can you find one change, one thing in the past year that you're grateful for? Or maybe proud of yourself for? Or happy about? And maybe that change didn't happen until last week, and that's okay. But reflecting back over the past year, what's one thing that you're grateful for or that you're proud of? Keeping the eyes closed, come up onto those knees. So you're dedicating this camel pose to that. Thumbs at your low back. You're going to squeeze the glutes and push the hips forward as much as you can. Roll the shoulders down the back. Squeeze those elbows in together. Begin to arch back and find space in your throat and chest. Release and invite. Engage the core, come back, sit on your heels, rest the hands on your knees, your eyes are closed. Take a deep breath in, letting it go. Gently just release, take your child's pose, forehead comes down, rock your hips. Settle all that energy down. Every time you're in your practice, You're shifting that energy. That's why we come here, just to get things moving, move things around. And then take those moments to pause and let it settle where it needs. Good. When you're ready, press it back. Take your down dog, heels down. Root yourself back down. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Send those heels down. Then have your feet and your hands meet to your forward fold. Keep the knees bent. Grab opposite elbows. Tuck the chin in and notice if this feels a little easier to hang upside down. Notice if the hamstrings, the low back feels a little looser. Clasp the hands behind the back again. Go right back into that heart opener, finding more and more space every time we get there. Gently releasing those hands down. We're going to lower into our malasana. So opening up our feet hip width apart, toes out to the side, allowing ourselves to gradually tuck our tailbone under, come to our yogi squat malasana. Elbows inside the knees, pushing the knees back behind you, thumbs at heart center. Allowing yourself just to rock from side to side. You're pulling the chest through. Feel free to take crow or headstand now if you wish. If you are feeling that in your practice, if you'd rather just stay here opening the hips, close the eyes and allow yourself to rock. So always trusting your intention and knowing what your body needs. Always knowing that if it's a day where you need to take it easy, go for it. If it's a day you want to challenge yourself, maybe take that inversion. Last 3 breaths. Good. You're going to roll onto your bum. So place your hands behind you. Roll onto your bum. As soon as you get there, though, you're going to have your knees bent. So knees into the chest. We're going to take boat pose, and you can take it any variation you wish. So you're going to hover, so you're balancing on your bum on those sits bones. You can hold your legs here, that's fine. Bringing your knees up to your shoulder width, feet out, toes pointed. You can hover here. You can completely extend out. You can let go, palms facing up towards the ceiling. What's most important is that you're lifting the chest nice and proud. And we'll hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, feet down. Extend those legs out in front of you. Get high on those sits bones so you can move some of the flesh out the way. You're just going to, with the chest reaching up towards the sky, walk your hands all the way out. See if you can grab your toes. And then once you can grab your toes, drop the head. If you're super tight and you can't grab the toes, you can always take that strap, throw it around your feet, and hold on to that. Drop the head, round it out. When you're holding on to the feet, see if you could lengthen the legs a little more and actually feel that stretch that can happen in your low back. If you're focused on finding space there in that tailbone, low back, grab those feet, extend the legs, and it's almost like you're pushing into the palms of your hands to feel that stretch at your low back. Good, release that. Place the hands right behind you, upward plank. So your hands are right behind you, fingers facing your seat. You're just going to lift up, squeeze your glutes, send your heels, the soles of your feet down the best you can, and relax the back of your neck. So engage and hold for 3, 2, 1. Release down, go right back to that fold. Reach for the toes, drop the head, round it out. Good. Roll down onto your back. And then roll onto your belly. You're going to rest your forehead on the back of your hands. And then rock your hips from side to side. It's so soothing to rest your forehead, that third eye on the back of your hands, and then rock those hips from side to side. Then you're going to press it back, take your down dog. Send those heels down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's go into our wild thing, right hand side. So raise that right leg into the air, bend the knee, peel it open, open that hip up. Slowly drop that right foot down. Once you do, extend that left leg out, squeeze your bum, lift your hips nice and high, arch back, try to look behind you. Engage the core, bend both knees, and just rotate back to your down dog. Heels down. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's do the same thing, other side. Left leg into the air. Bend the knee, peel it open up the hip. Nice and slowly, that left foot drops behind you. Extend your right leg out. Open up the heart space. Find that arch. Squeeze your glutes, hips high. Engage, bend those knees with grace, down dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Send those heels down, spread those fingers nice and wide. So you're rooting yourself down to earth. Hold it here. Deep breath in, deep breath out. This time we're going to take wild thing one more time, but we're transitioning to pigeon pose. So right leg into the air. Just listen to my voice. Kneecap nice and high. Gently plant the right foot down behind you. So you're finding your wild thing. Hips high, open up. Release by bending both knees, rotating back. Come right into your pigeon pose. So right knee outside right wrist. Push that left leg behind you. Lift that chest nice and high. And then walk it out, surrender down. Gently come up onto your hands. We're going to press it back. We're going to take that down dog again. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. We have to do that same wild thing pigeon transition, other side. You got this. You can do it. Left leg into the air. Bend the knee, peel it open. Slowly let that foot drop behind you. Transition into that wild thing. So find that heart opener. Then engage the core, bend the knees, rotate back. That left knee goes outside the left wrist. Push that right leg behind you, finding your way to your pigeon pose, other side. Open up the heart space and lie down. Come up onto those hands. Press yourself back to your down dog. Root yourself down. Take a deep breath in and deep breath out. Lower, take your child's pose. Knees wide, big toes to touch. Arms extended out, drop your head. Begin to rock those hips again. Rock your forehead. Your moment of gratitude. Name one part of your body that you love. So find a moment of self-love in this gratitude. Gratitude is about self-love. One part of your body that you love. Could be your hair, your eyes, your bum. I don't know. What part of your body do you absolutely love? Take a deep breath in and let it go. And then just gently roll onto your back as you're ready. Draw those knees into your chest. Hug your knees in. Tuck that tailbone under. Then grab your ankles. Place your heels as close to your bum as you can. Shimmy your shoulders underneath you. Lifting up for your bridge pose. So squeeze the bum, hips high. You can clasp the hands underneath you. Shimmy up a little higher to get on those shoulders. You can hold it here or go into a full wheel if you wish. If you want to take a more advanced heart opener, you would place your hands by your ears and lift up to your full wheel, hips high. If not, hang out here in your bridge. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rolling it down. Knees into chest. Hug them. Then extend your legs all the way down your mat. We're going to find our way to fish pose. So you're going to come up onto your forearms. You want to shimmy your hands underneath your bums and rotate so you're on your forearms. Your hands are underneath your bum. You're lifting your chest as high as you can. And then you're going to arch back. Relax the back of your neck. Try to get your head to the mat. So lifting up that heart space. Elbows in, nice and tight. Feel that stretch in your throat. Bring those legs together as one and point those toes. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, exhale. Gently release onto your back. Again, draw those knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Just kind of let that go and loosen up. Find that happy baby. Soles of the feet face the ceiling. Knees outside the arms and elbows. Roll the shoulders down the back. Give yourself a moment to rock. Knees into chest. Find your twist. Knees go to the left. Gaze goes to the right. Relax both shoulders down. Use your left hand to help you find that twist. And switching other side. Knees go to the right. Gaze is to the left. Shoulders are still down. Rotate back to center. Begin to find your shavasana, your corpse pose. You could take the soles of the feet together, knees wide, and relax Baddha Konasana. You can place the hands back at the heart if you wish, or you can rest them on the belly or beside you. Allow yourself to be nice and relaxed wherever you choose to be. So if you need to dim the lights or grab a blanket of some sort, to do so. Just let the body start to sink and separate from that physical practice, allowing yourself to enter this space of relaxation. Working to find stillness. So take any adjustments you need. You can wiggle a little bit, you can rock around, but eventually find that space where you pause. Everything just pauses. If you have a hand on your heart, go back to noticing the heartbeat, that energy that is flowing in the center of your heart where all the compassion lies. Drawing the awareness to your toes, begin to relax each toe one by one. Relaxing the soles of your feet and all the muscles in the bottom of your feet. Relax the ankles, the calves, the shins, and soften the knees. Relaxing the thighs, inside and out, and Softening the belly, low back. The heart is soft. The heart is open and ready to receive. The shoulders are relaxed. And all the muscles in the face are relaxed. The eyelids are heavy. Give the eyes a chance to rest. The forehead is smooth, letting go of tension in between the eyebrows. Deep breath in. Release the tension. And silently say these affirmations to yourself. Every experience I have is perfect for my growth. There's nowhere to be, nothing to do, and nothing to fix. I have everything I need. I appreciate the abundance in my life, and I allow myself to expand in gratitude, success, and joy every day. Deep breath in, release tension. Allowing to the breath to be deeper and deeper. Each breath allows you to relax further into relaxation. And as you lie here resting with an open heart, allow the subconscious mind to listen to these words and absorb what you need. Titled, For the Wild Unicorns. You are a unicorn, and all this time you've been trying to be a horse. You carefully hid your horn every time you stepped into the room, pretending that you were more horse-like and able to do horse-like things. But what you were really doing was repressing the best parts of you. It's simple. Unicorns are unicorns, and horses are horses. One can't be like the other. It just doesn't work that way. When you hide who you are, truly, madly, deeply, at the core of your being, and try to fit into some other idea of you, you start to dull. You shine less. Your horn loses power because it's not being infused with everything it needs to stay alive. And before you know it, your heart is crumpling in your hands. You've known all along that you are meant for other things. That sometimes, as we search for our own voice, as we dive deep to locate our groove, we have to pretend that we're horses, or elephants, or even zebras sometimes. We try on all sorts of masks and try to fit ourselves in where we simply just don't belong. Just before you drift off to sleep, always give thanks for the opportunity to parade around as a horse, settling into the knowing that you are now free to be a fucking unicorn. That you are, starting in this very moment, your very own face is the only one that you will ever wear anymore. Take a deep breath into your nose and let it go. Keeping the eyes closed, begin to wiggle the toes, the fingers, and rock the head from side to side. And take your time and roll to that fetal position on the right hand side. Pausing there. Finding something about your practice today that spoke to you. And trusting that the universe meant to give you that message and hold it with you today. Thank yourself for showing up to your practice. With the eyes closed, rise to seated. Your left hand goes to your heart. The right hand goes to your left. Gently press into the chest and pause there. Feeling the heartbeat, the warmth, the energy flowing through your own body. Silently say to yourself, I am enough. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Holding this feeling of peace within you and trusting that the universe brought you here to practice with me and these people today for a reason. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, and may you be whole. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.